Transitioning to electric mobility is key to the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions in the transport sector.
Electric mobility, this is its time. This technology is unstoppable.
We can manufacture batteries on the continent. Batteries will play a major role in energy transition, whether it's wind for storage, whether it's solar for storage, whether it's electric vehicles.
And I think when we start capitalizing on what we have within the continent, we can unite and do a lot more than what we're doing now.
There is a lot of money out there, and there are a lot of entrepreneurs out there that want to start an e-mobility company, but we need the investors on board.
Considering the sector is very nascent, people tend to be risk-averse, and they will not invest in a sector where the proof of concept has not yet been achieved.
As the Africa space unfolds over the next few years, the policy environment needs to evolve very quickly and meet, if not exceed, the industry requirements. The second important thing, financing is still needed.
We're here at the Africa E-Mobility Week with our Raider pickup here that we drove all the way from Kigali to here Nairobi. This car comes in two versions. One can be in two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and with two ranges. The top range being 550 kilometers, and then the lower range a 410 kilometer range, both of which are sufficient for your everyday weekly use. It's a 5-seater loading capacity of about 1,500 kilograms at the back. Very comfortable, very spacious, a top speed of 240 kilometers per hour, very comfortable to use, very comfortable to drive, and we think it's going to do well in this market here in Kenya.
We're here to introduce our electric motorbikes, electric tuk-tuks as well. And my intake from the conference, it's actually quite really interesting, because I never knew like the market industry on like e-bikes and like everything over here is growing so big. So it's actually my first time here, and I'm new into this market, so I got to like learn a lot about it. So it's actually quite educative and motivating for me as a new startup.
I had great sessions, especially on e-mobility policy. Learned a lot on the e-mobility partners that are in the space.
It has been quite a wonderful experience being at the Africa Mobility Week.
It has been a good platform to learn from other associations, to also understand the industry well. Of course, also with the signing of the e-mobility MOU with the rest of country partners, it gives us the opportunity to be able to get data, share information, and also be able to collaborate on some interesting projects that would create an enabling environment around e-mobility.
There's just little you can do if you work in silos, and I know that we all agree to that narrative. And so we are seeing the different stakeholders working in e-mobility ecosystem and how to bring them together to work better, to see how we can cross areas to do with charging station, swapping infrastructure, and all of the different components that require us to work together in the transition to EV.
I'm going back home very happy and resourceful person, to also continue advocating for the use of electric vehicles across Africa.